Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Timberborn with me, Alpha Pi Omega, and the Soggy Logs Island. So it's day 6 of the third cycle. Drought is approaching, and man, I'm kinda mad. I have been working really heavily on establishing an extra layer of protection here to retain more water in the delta of the river, but we haven't been able to finish it, and we will not be able to do it before the drought comes, meaning the water is gonna spill out anyway. I've even had my beavers working 24 hours on this tonight so that we finish it, but as you can see, it just wasn't made to be, so we will not be able to fill it. Oh well, we tried our best. The good news is that the upper reservoir is finished, as you can see. We retain water there, allowing us to add water into our main river system here. And thus, it's just 6 days, man. It should be really fine. We even have 203 units of water in the barrels, so things are looking pretty well. I'm still a bit salty about this. That's such a mess. I wish we, were a little bit faster. But yeah, they're finishing now, so what can we do? What can we do? I really hope that we're not gonna get hit by a bad tide soon, because I would really like to, work on the drought prevention first, but we shall see. We shall see what this episode is going to bring. Now, once we finish this one, the lower reservoir, we're going to start working on the second terrace level of our main reservoir, because we want to retain more water here. That is, crucial for the survival of our island. Now we started planting trees properly. You can see the farm here. We also started planting a little bit of the berry bushes to make sure that in case they die, they are replanted. I'm gonna clear parts of these, as we already have 409 berries in storage, so we really do not need that much, but it's going to be a slow burn just to make sure that we have enough for the antidote creation when we set up the chain. I know I speak about it a lot, but it's something that I really have in my mind that we need to do early enough, so that when we send our beavers out there to actually swim in this mush, they can get healthy again and don't die basically because they try to serve the colony. I really don't want to see that happen. Anyway, I think that before the antidote, anyway, we will need to secure ourselves more. So as I said, the second terrace is going to be important. We're probably just going to start harvesting a little bit of the metal as well, so that we can think about the sluices, because they will make everything much easier. Putting one here would mean that we can immediately add an additional level on the reservoir, which itself, remember, the evaporation happens based on the surface level of the water, not based on the deepness. So building tall constructions is much better than building wide constructions. So extra level here will give us way more good than, for example, if we extended it to the side. I'm also thinking that we should get more beavers right now. We currently have 16 adults and 3 young ones, so building some more houses might be good. But again, there's the thing, of making sure you have enough water and food. We do have enough food. I think we have, 300 carrots right now, and the farms are working overtime. Yeah, we can plant another one. We can expand here a little bit, here a little bit. We've already started planting the sunflower seedling, so food wise very good. I'll be honest, I'm a little bit more worried about the water, but you can see more barrels. The pumps are working, so things should be fine. We should make it through the 6 days without any issue. So gears next, so that we can start working on the harvesting and processing of metals. Sounds about right, I guess. Well, we'll see. Alright, day 12 of cycle 3, and the drought is almost over. You can see that we retained a little bit of water over here, but that is only because we actually emptied up our upper reservoir to make sure that we still have some water left. We also consumed almost all of the water that we had in the storage, so this is not looking all that great. But what's looking great is that we are almost done with the second level of the terrace, which will give us probably double the water that we have in the dams, which is the good news. I'm really happy about that. You know, the construction wise we are doing really good. Like, we made a big progress during this drought. Things are looking fine. We also finished the construction over here, so we will retain more water in the river delta, which makes me really happy. Speaking of which, I keep throwing these terms around like delta, reservoir, dam. I can't wait for someone to come and correct me in the comments that I have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about, which is fair. I do not. I'm just, you know, English is not my first language, first of all, and B, I never really worked with water, you know, water, what would you call it, water constructions, water engineering before this game ever. So this is the first introduction that I have into this kind of problems, so sorry about that. I'm doing my best. Well, again, as far as everything goes, we are doing good on the food. We have 386 carrots. We've already actually had a full crop of these sunflowers grow, but beavers consume them. That's fair because, you know, it's a delicacy. We have happiness 7 right now, mostly due to this. So yeah, well, I mean, we need to extend that farm. You can also see that the plantation for trees is growing. We are doing really good in that regard. 19 beavers and 2 young ones. We still haven't really built any extra houses because I'm trying to be careful and really economical when it comes to our accommodations, that we don't go really overboard. But yeah, again, a lot of progress has been made. Once we completely finish, oh yeah, it's gonna spill out, but that doesn't really matter. Once we finish this last level, we will have the second one, and again, a sluice here is gonna do us a lot of good, because then you can just top it up with an extra level and gain this whole extra amount of water storage. So we should be doing really good. So yeah, the previous plans are actually continuing. As we said, we need the gears. We are still thinking about metal harvesting. We are thinking about the antidotes, but you know, all will come when the time is right. For now, let's just finish up this thing and then decide what we do next. Day 6 of the 4th cycle, and we got another drought, which is actually really lucky. No bad tides for us. That makes me really happy. As you can see, the upper upper level and the lower terrace are done and ready, so we have enough water here now to, you know, face even a longer drought, or at least I do hope so. We've also finished this area, but one thing that I didn't notice before is that this area is leaking. It is leaking, and I'm not sure what's going on, because it's not at the level of the dams. I have a feeling that these blockages might actually be letting water through. I never really encountered that, never really had this kind of issue. It's just a hunch, but it might be, you know, that it's just going through this blockage out and spilling out. So during the drought, I'm just gonna rework this, try to add more levees, more dams, break down some of these, see if that helps. We'll see what we can do with that one, because, you know, this is crucial to our plan, and, you know, if we cannot improve the amount of water that we store here, it is gonna severely limit our operations. Anyway, as you can see, we have 171 units of water, we have 420 berries, 406 carrots, so food-wise we are doing great. We've also expanded the tree farm over here, which is, you know, just as we cut down more trees, we are planting more of them as well. So things are looking really good. We finished the gear workshop over here. We hooked it up to a windmill. We have a number of small warehouses here to store the gears. I was thinking of building a large one, but, you know, it's a waste of space. I mean, space for 120 gears is more than enough for us at this point. I also started the expansion of the houses here. We're gonna build 2 more levels here, which will give us additional 6 beavers, which is actually kind of, you know, an easy way how to do this, because, you know, we build stairs here to this one, and we'll build stairs to this one, and even if I put up another level, it's just gonna be facing here, and we can build another stairs here. So it's gonna be a tenement, basically, which makes me happy. Now let's see how long this drought is gonna be, because I would really like to have it. 80 days, alright, well, they're getting longer as I suspected. Yeah, see that this is already leaking, so we will retain water just in the soil level. But thank God, because if we try to pump it out of the river, we would kill it, basically so much faster than we are doing right now. Alright, well, that's about it. I'm thinking what we're gonna do. I mean, this stress test for the dams and the infrastructure that we built here is going to be a big indicator for how we're doing, because I would really like to make sure that we are available to stand even to longer droughts and bad tides. The sluice is the answer to most of our questions that will come later than this, but yeah, it will be important. But yeah, right now it will be the time to actually deal with this and see what we can do to fix it. Also, with 80 days, we should see an unprecedented drop in the bad sea level, and even more of the area should reveal itself. So we'll see how that's gonna work. That's gonna be really, really interesting. Day 12 of the 4th cycle, and we are throat deep in huge issues. We have run out of water, and we still have 2.6 days to go before the drought is over. Now, we really do not have issues with the water over here, but I have noticed way too late what the issue here is. There is actually an overhang here which lets out all of the water, and it's also under the other places. So while I was rebuilding the area here, trying to, you know, get out more of the blockages, I accidentally let all of the water out. I tried to pump more water in, but it didn't help. What it actually did is that any water that actually got in here just spilled out, and the water pumps weren't able to take it in. So what I did is I built an emergency pump here that's hopefully going to keep us alive for the next 2.4 days. Otherwise, beavers will start dying out of first. Oh, thank you for the Windows update. So yeah, bad news. Let's really hope that we are going to survive through this, because this is an extremely dangerous situation. We already have first beavers. The pump is not going to be enough. I'm gonna have to build at least one more. But then again, we're pumping water out of the river, and there is not that much. And because I let all of the water out trying to fix the situation, I actually made it even worse. The beavers can stay about 3 days without water before they die. So let's just hope that this is going to be enough. But the structural issue that I have just uncovered, the fact that we really need more, small tanks here, and we cannot literally rely on these, is much more of an issue. I'm trying to uncover more area here that we can block it with levees, maybe trying to figure out how to rectify it for the next route or bad side, because yeah, this might very well kill us even now. I hope really not that many beavers will die. I originally planned, I've built expansion for 9 beavers. You can see we have 21 adults and 9 young ones. I wanted to send some of those as sunflower farmers, because we have 2 farms right now. I wanted to have 3 as haulers, 1 as scientists, and 1 to produce paper, but I think that we are going to have to rethink our entire water pumping infrastructure, because that is dangerous as hell. On the bright side, we are expanding the tree farms. We have another forester over here which is planting pines, so that's good. They're not growing right now because there's no water, but once the water is going to be flowing, this pine farm is going to be a good additional source of wood for this, as a combination with this area that we already have. And we have started the scavenger operations here, though it's not a priority right now. The water is. The goddamn water is. Oh, what can I say? Let's hope we're not gonna all die here. Day 1 of cycle 5, and we survived. No beaver so far died of thirst, but we are so close to it happening that I'm literally having goosebumps on my neck. We have 4 pumps right now prepared to pump water the moment it gets there. As you can see, it's already flooding in, and hopefully that's gonna protect our beavers from dying from thirst. Now, the water ran out 2 days ago, so we should be okay because, all the beavers were able to have at least one drink 2 days ago, so we should have time, but we are going to see how that's gonna work. Now, this really revealed a major issue with our situation. It really isn't about the dams, it's about where we pump the water from. Now, as I mentioned, I built 2 emergency pumps over here, and what I think is gonna happen now is I'm gonna build either more of these small tanks or some of the medium tanks, because we have the gear workshop already available, so we can build the medium tanks, and we're gonna do our best to fill them. Now, during drought, these 2 pumps are gonna be off so that they do not actually hurt our how would you call it, like the river water, because they can pump it out, and we don't want that to happen. We want to exclusively pump water out of this area, which is designated to it. Yeah, during the normal cycle, all of these 4 farms are all these 4 pumps are going to be pumping water, so that we fill the new capacity that I'm going to build up as much as possible for every single drought and bad tide we'll have available. I also kind of gave up on fixing the situation because the overhang seems to be everywhere, and I'm not entirely sure how we can fix it. Because if I build levees here, they're also on a natural overhang. It's crazy. Like, this entire area, yeah, see, is here. So what I would have to do is I would have to either get here and build it over here, or better than that, maybe clear out the blockage completely and just build it in this area. I'm not sure. I just said I give up, and I created a smaller area here. I'm not sure if it's gonna work, but we'll see that soon enough. If the water actually raises to the 2nd level here, it should get to 70% of this area, at which point it's gonna start spilling out. We are doing good. If not, then it's not working. Still no dead beavers. 28 adult ones, 1 child. So come on, guys, have a drink. All of you have a drink. Do not die. Do not die. Yeah, I built additional barrels already, but we really need to up the capacity. Other than that, I mean, it was great. We have retained enough water, and if we had enough water in the actual barrels for the beavers to drink, it would have worked. All right, it's fixed. Nice. You can see that now we will have quite a lot of water here, even throughout the floods. Throughout the droughts, this made sustain us for 2-3 days of extra pumping, which is really good. So whatever storage we have plus 2 pumps, that's gonna be good. All right, finally fixed it. I wish we had the capacity to break these ones down and use this as well, but I guess that's just not gonna happen. We could maybe ideally even expand it here, but yeah, this blockage and everything, it's too dangerous to do it during the time that the water is there. We always have to do it only during the drought, because I can see what's going on and immediately rectify it. But yeah, with these overhangs, the game really got me. I wonder if this was intentional or not, because I fell into that trap face first. Jesus Christ. Alright, so I think it's safe to say that no beavers are gonna die right now. I mean, they're still thirsty, but they're all coming for drink. And we have enough units here, so they should be all fine. Good. Well, this was really dangerous. We're filling this area too. Interesting. I might break down this one eventually and just have it connected, but I'm not sure if there is. No, it's okay. There is a spillage down there somewhere because it's not filling to the right level, or maybe just spilling. Oh, it's spilling here, I guess. Yeah. All right. That's nothing we can do there. Well, I'll be honest, this freaked me out, but thank God we made it through. Yeah, no deaths, and beaver are starting to. Yeah, first is a little bit of an issue, but it's getting better. So those of them that actually didn't have a drink yet will drink subsequently, and we are fine. Good on us. Good on us. A last minute save. Day 3 of the 5th cycle, and we are hard at work at making sure that the disaster that we had before is not gonna happen again. Now, as you can see, we have finished a medium tank, which is already 1/3 filled with water, and we are building another medium tank over here, which, you know, is just missing 2 gears right now, and it will be ready. Now, current capacity of water is 480, I believe. It's for some reason it's not showing 480, and with this one it's gonna up to 780, and I'm still considering building a third one somewhere nearby so that we have, you know, over 1,000. All pumps are also working overtime just to fill it, so current capacity 225. Everybody had enough to drink, and we are just storing them in the tanks. So that's the goal: fill every tank to the very edge, build a tank, fill it to the very edge, and just make sure that we have enough to drink throughout the next drought. I mean, it would be kind of nice if it was a drought, but I'm still fully expecting it to be a bad tide. We do have, you know, still the 2 terraces. I didn't have time to do anything else. The focus right now is on building the sluices. So we have a smelter right here with the windmill, but as you can see, the smelter requires gears, and as these tanks are our priority, we dumped all of our gears into them. We will still add 2 more gears here before we can actually start working on the smelter. So at least the next drought or bad tide is still going to be done in the current infrastructure, which is, you know, fair enough. It's fine. It's fine. We'll be okay with the water in the tanks. We will be fine. Even if our crops die, we do have 364 carrots. We have 410 berries. So no matter what happens to us, we will be okay. We will be okay. I just need to keep telling myself that because I'm really freaked out after what happened. Now again, we have also fixed this, so that means we get more water also throughout the drought or any kind of issues that we will face. So yeah, let's just calm ourselves down and stop being so jittery. But really, we really need to fill more water. I would like to go into the next drought or bad side with at least 400 to 500 water units in the storage. That would make me feel much better. Now, apart from these, you know, panicky messages that I'm sending your way and the iron operations, I'm happy to say that the farms are doing really good. Most of the pines are around, you know, 30 to 50% grown, but some of the oaks are way over 80%. Like this one is 90%, this one is 83. So despite the fact that we actually cut down most of the trees on the island, we have just a couple of them over here. The tree farms are going to start kicking in very soon, allowing us to actually have a certain amount of. Okay, the drought is approaching. Oh, certain amount of, I would call it, you know, recyclability and sustainability, because, you know, with these tree farms we should be okay. Now, the game is extremely merciful by giving us another drought, though that one is definitely going to be much longer than 8 days. So we'll see how good or bad it's gonna be. But yeah, more water in the tanks, and I'll be happy. We had what, 180 capacity, so already we do have way more water stored than we had before, so that's good. With the second tank, you know, hopefully the capacity is gonna fill. I might even panic a little bit more and just build another couple of water pumps over here to make sure that that works, and just keep these ones as emergency, but yeah, I think we'll be fine. Now we have 403 science points. I'm not planning to do anything with them for now. We really just need to finish what we started here, which is the smelter and the windmill. But yeah, with that said, the next one that's gonna come is definitely the antidotes. I cleared some of the berry bushes over here to have storage space for them, and the space for the, what's it called, herbalist? It's part of the well-being. Herbalist, yeah. So we'll need to put you over here. You require gears as well. Hang it, and planks. But yeah, we can put it here and just have a storage right next to it, which will store the antidotes. We can even, I think you store them in these ones, do you? Explosives, books, paper, wheat. Come on. Why do you store them in tanks, or what the hell? Oh, you actually do. You store them in the tank. Alright, so we'll build antidote tanks then next to it. And we will need the paper mill, which also requires a little bit of power, so that's gonna be, yeah, I mean, we have enough space here for both of them. Yeah, you might have to clear another line of these berries, we'll see. We shall see. But yeah, 276 water right now. Still, okay, one more gear. Come on, you got this. One more gear and we'll finish that. Alright, well, that's, I guess, all of it. We do not have any kind of haulers yet available, because we do have extra jobs here, but eventually I think we'll be... Yeah, man, our beavers are dying of old age. We need the 4 extra beavers, and I'm gonna build the hauler place. Nice! Alright, the second medium tank has been finished. So the capacity is now 780 water. Come on, guys, fill it. Fill it. By the way, it's kind of interesting that the spill came here from the other side. As we closed off the water, it's not really falling in here, but through the overhangs, the bad water is coming here. So there is an actual bad water pump that we could build and just try to get the water from that. It would be kind of interesting to think about. Alright, I'm thinking, what else do we want to talk about here? Just as a recap, the goal for the next episode is going to be finishing the smelter and making sure that we start working on the sluice, because that one is going to make our operations here much more efficient. We're gonna build it up and up. Again, 1 or 2 levels are completely sustainable. It is very much fine. Here we can also go up a level, so you know, that's gonna be a huge amount of extra water that we can retain. It's gonna be a little bit tricky if we go up 2 levels here, and we'll probably require, but I mean, you know, we can easily just build a path here and have the beavers. I think there's stairs up here. They managed to get up there somehow, though I don't... which one? I can't see it, but I saw them get up here even. But we can... I don't think there's stairs there. Maybe I'm mistaken. But yeah, we can build the operation easily. And I can also reach here. I made sure that we retain the stairs and a path here that can, you know, lead us up here. And we can just build it around this to gain extra space. So it's gonna be kind of fun. Demolishing the floodgates and building the sluices. I've never used them much before. I know how they function. I've tested it myself, but you know, never used them in a practical example because the floodgates always seemed easier to deal with, to be quite honest. All right, well, that's enough for this episode. Let's hope the next drought is not gonna be a super, super stress test to us. I'm really hoping that it's not gonna be. Oh, by the way, that's one thing that I didn't mention. I have demolished all of the dams here and put the platforms there instead, so that we actually have like one big river here, so that if we see it dry out, we can just let a little bit of water in, so it floods the entire area, and we don't have to over flood this part before it starts spilling into the next one. So this is much easier for the control of the lower part of our river. Yeah, but yeah, that's really all that I wanted to mention. So wish me luck with the next drought, which we will see in the next episode, and that we're gonna make it through with a pack of healthy beavers, and no one is going to die during that. That would be really good. That would be really amazing, I think. So let's wish for that.